Broadcasting Limited. Many person minkumina check. Said the beya komoi ebesu obia so na yetimi akonesa ede amamo ewo dwumadi so enti star 274 hash mensa ka promo no nso enya ma na wie ye enti besere koso ane twa ebere no so say ye draw na ye behunu de ono so ensa aka sika no. Finally waba ye ma na kwa aba ma na che lawyer Beatrice anan medani ni National Communications Team member Taso Kasama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. You watch him walk out, Mamma.
Me, I'm a Joe. I'm a him say, I'm a cheating. I'm a Johnny Janaka crank. And see, it's here for the better. Because in some be or her, some mechanic would cheat when you know me choose them.
Never answer to that.
Because I may put a man can be in the cheating balancing. May cannot. She na minimum.
Za.
And that dear, my mom would answer.
With foot to Afra. And so long as you be young common Hojuman and Nuana here. Yes, I seem free. I mean, Black Stars given a minimum social media.
My review.
Za.
May mean this are command.
I didn't. That was rather.
You're broken heart that. And your Black Stars have ever been broken heart.
Now, go I come home.
But I think, say, drawing with Egypt was not bad. And Kayitimini Cape Verde, yeah, and you winnie anchor, the story would have been different.
That's right.
But and then I can life is about opportunity.
Yeah.
If you miss one, you would have to pay for it. And then mathematicians, they say, in Mozambique, what will be the outcome? But I wish the Black Stars all the best. And whatever it's, we are proud of.
Whatever it is, meaning say a few cry.
Oh, this is
Black
Stars never money difference being.
What's the Black Stars never money? So you have him. And to win your some one boy Kufuado say, and I'm the sooner Black Stars in Philadelphia.
Kufuado no share that Black Star politics, not you. Okaya 2014 or so. No water, no light, no World Cup. I say, Iran and John Mahama, no, your coach. And that's one also your coach on your name.
Wow.
But we wish the Black Stars, we hope that they'll make us proud. It's the first time in Black Stars, and you're feeling because they're too be a check. We can only wish them the best.
Anyway, Yamra, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and a pro bonus swore. And they said, yeah, Monte Swan is city, baby, or Becobia. The sense a dream, Miami and Bia. My forces are walk the good name. My force in your queen, be busy and some. Everybody say Miss and so. I said, yeah, a month was he a year now, were true. And in who can say be a yana din dine a dino. Dear nature.
Memma make us in the no can one cream. Hey, the grass is greener where you water it. The barber for Casimore. It told the bina ujina baby. I will say, oh, ni pay. Ni tibia yes me. Na brabo yes me. And so be beno. So now kadina nyami shroud.
Yeah.
Na ebe me say, ye building Ghana to year. Ye shas ye last week moi ye deko we and I deko pie Volta region. Put me who say Ghana for no na se omote aware papebu na ukunu kase yemfa yesikensie ma yemfa nye party ma yemfa nye niense yemfa ntwasa yensi dan yemfa bi ensie na daache ahohwere ba na odi obi ba ya wose uni meto ka ma meto se afi uja ukunu papa ko ware no se di obnemo okubi o seibi Inti baby I could be out me who say and yeah just the welcome but it's a mixture of regret and we cannot change the hands of time back. Inti do now could do baby I say if I say me era John Mahama Kasa your constituency ha me na me share the park campaign tiano and so me pese on to say me sereno. You could do baby crowd or K2 North there. Not MPP 4 organizer. Why organizer for over 12 years? No hard dream power or constituency no. This is say deɛ me pagya me nsa.
Wow.
Just say me hu nea mɛka na nkɔ yie. Nti mɛfa w'akonnwa wei nso na ma da Ghanafoɔ ase. Ghanafoɔ Bono regions, Western region, Central region, Western North, Volta region. The Bekwa in Ashanti region and Eastern region in our next phase. We share the way more say no any bra back because a come na ADN no party card.
Okay.
The uko jom na uko diga me ko jom ade bia mo say na de hunya Ghana ni. Esan say o ka say ade no what 10 cedi me say na de wenya 3 cedi. O say ma me ade hunya Ghana ni.
I don't want to ha.
I don't want to ha. Nti ahotre no any party colors.
Right.
Ahotre no nso ni mebusia. So ahotre na yatena ye memu pen. Na ye kaisa na ye tofu gallon baako 14 cedis.
Okay.
That 14 cedis na do to me ko to gallon baako no the jumping cedis no say 14 cedis full mo betumi ato ana. Me ba metete so onim se no de wi okasa ne ni twi. Na okita dollar ye 3 cedi. Na dollar no edwadifo mo to me to ana. Ne omo ana omo dollar no ye 3 cedi omo sesa e nyina sa aska na hye. Na okita 3 cedi a this auto cent here coins no.
That's right.
Nti omo ehu say omo sua nsuo na omo sua nsa na omo hu bema obi di ne ma so a owotema matema mofo
Emamo ahotoso wo okun na edamani emamo di muti eto mo konso ka se oh yakon ate awie ye di nkunima awie
me ka na say ehye ye nkran nanso yenim say omo a ye ne omo kɔ election no omu ni abadaye omo no Ghana omo nso omo mfa mranye ejuma nti ehye ye nkran say Ghana fo bebre say NDC ni yera John Dramani Mahama bejeyen nanso esama yehu da yehu so say 2024 no enye abatwo keke say NDC bedi nkunim the battle for the soul of the nation. Yet the battle for the soul of the nation. Ni abroni beka no your second independence. Esan says say no. The okwa manone na obo Ghana dinya. Na bia na Ghana wo ewo amamman so no say asay. Nti afei kra na yesan be sha ase we no omo no yakoye chi bege 30 years. Because ene the hwe book mo na ye kano ni abroni kano macroeconomic indicators ana nhyehyɛ ya yɛhwɛ sɛ ɔman no na pomudin to sɛn say ye ka no sɛ ɔmo ne yakɔyɛchi 40 years back.
Wow.
Baby ene edu baby I say inflation for the first time in 40 years Ghana recorded inflation of 54%. For the first time in 40 years budget deficit ɔmo ka bro for pounds ana ya ɔmo ka no Inti utimu so mo de oman na ko echi inti ye kona Ghana fo eboje yen so no yetimi hu se no Ghana fo mo de omro ahye yemu se the NDC amemu a ekuru ne bese.
But some komo ya wo se amanfo emema so how different is it from enkomo amanfo man so wabra ye ko 2016 about to mama man fato
2016
ye ko 2016 about to me man fato me anope ya bra na me bo tonton sansan no me bo gabi o tre da ko ne nkomo bi a one sansan ladi aye ne ekodi ye e wo news fa yensa mobile ne tie ne nsem na o ma so no ye de toto ne enkomo no difference be na abem. I mean, talk about recklessness, talk about see bobo busiam bebre yes say yes kasem, talk about suspicion of criminality. Difference be the woman Emma conclude say about the battle for the soul and spirit of the nation. Yeti gabi kakra na fe ma ba onchen. Anyway,
I think it's important to look at it. First of all, how many countries are currently receiving IMF bailout? And why are they doing so? And these are countries that have failed in managing their finances. I think that's how you have to look at it. We went, because the bottom line, we are going to the IMF because we have been reckless. We have been to the point of even what one could allege criminality in some regard. His government has been overborrowing from the central bank, and beyond that, we are having issues as we speak. This year so far, the CD is the worst performing currency in Africa. This year so far. So really, the idea is to see how that can help pop it up. We need the IMF because we have lacked discipline in solving our own issues. But the money from the IMF, I'm not too sure how far that will go in resolving the issues. Because don't forget, 2 years ago, we went to the Eurobond to borrow 1 billion. We still had issues. That by the middle of last year, our currency was competing with the criminals. And you know, what is the good news? At what cost? One, they say they will remove all subsidies. Whether the subsidies are targeted at the poor or not, those subsidies are going. IMF are not necessarily.
No. And then na ye ma. Difference be any. CBSM ye kwa IMF. The difference be any mana.
O kana sa na wanya nchwechwe mu a.
Yeah.
Obadwen say no correct na etiefo fan cheme say ena ye wie wo video we so kan ke be me de. Na me nchwechwe mu. Ya na me de subo no bi bo mu nsɛmtwerɛ. Esan sɛ yɛn a yɛyɛ amanyɔsɛm na yɛba mu shows na yɛbɛka. Nipa na ke bibia na wabisa ne nia broni ka sɛ source. Unyi na so ne sɛn.
That's right.
That time no na say yɛra John Dramani Mahama osi ayaresabea 6,000 bed hospital across the nation. Omunim sɛ papa we si wie a ebe ha adwen. Esan sɛ omo ye political party, they need power. Tama wo si akwan, omo se ye ni akwan. Nti se bobisian di si akwan a Dr. Baomia o say me ma ye adwuma wo BOG ehun hia se ye bebo bisia. Na se ye toll road ne ka ebetimi asisi akwan. Kasa hu kasa kwa. Kasa na eni njina so bia e na no mo ka. At the time, the cedi was not the worst performing currency in Africa. Bakanetra yemisa no oko. Esan say na ohwe panel na omo na omote ho nyina no. No more per se for family and friends and no nyina amen. Nti no more per se yera John Dramani Mahama emfi abemu keke no moma. Esan so munim nya na papa na yes.
You mean Oman no more panel no subi.
Panel no subi no.
Okay.
Se uyi nkruma fi ho a sa papa na ye friend John Mahama no. No osiesie Ghana. Na yesiesie Ghana yemfa 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Nsiesie Ghana. Esan so mo 7 years na kra no. Kuko buo kra mo ni ba akokra mo de mo nsam bekum be. So that is false. And then me na wo kasa na metime gina so esipim. The Bloomberg record this say yesika no is the worst performing currency in the world. In Africa.
Wiase nyina.
Wiase nyina they say ya pa Africa ho kra called the world.
Wow.
Nti nkro na mo ye 2000 kra mo sika yesen yen. So the obi ba no be kan ya na mama mo producer born. You put it to the person.
Yeah.
Na lawyer for must say no because we have to put it to you.
The fact.
So that is not true.
Yeah.
Now that service na sama all can say ya bobesia bebre na ya disika bebre ekotia ehunsen.
That's right.
And as me chi ne ba.
Yeah.
Chi ne ya ba.
Can see one no.
Yes. And you know at the time that service nyina ye 10 billion cedis.
True.
That 10 billion cedis no. Is the adapasi car or the question and pass. Nini aban we di ye galamsey conference o di bomukra enso. Na Ghana nyina na ye de ye debt service mo ba ye no. Auditor General reports 1 year per mutu mi wie mu 12 billion. Na se aban bi di 10 billion e de kotua ense ho because wa bobesia a odi ye kuro ni year. Utumi kotna TV so ka say it is wrong. Ene asika no na mo wi ade hye mo botom. Nti abanya na ode sa besia no esi ayaresabia edi ye akwan. Ye beba the nitty-gritties of the achievements.
Okay.
They say insuo ode ye 70 million barrels of water a day. Me say sector bia na ne ye meniji say ye go round the country. Ubedru constituency bia no omu nsuo omo kanea omo yare sabia omo suku ese nyama ye di kura kuro no ni nyina NDC aban ene de mo constituency ba kumpo ni hɔ a yakɔ a omo se omo kanea uyi nkruma mu fi hɔ a ye kaye under the Fourth Republic NDC sana na ye de sika ne ye ene would more than 90% of your tax revenue na uditua debt service na Gabi and on bekasa se Gabi ye bema no see o te economics ase a ene ye hia the biggest economists to analyze the shambolic state of our economy in some bekasa na mo explaining that between 10 billion a this service debt ni 12 billion a omuwia through corruption by the Auditor General's report every year no why na o CSC kuro na why na all say kuro
the conditions
the conditions are not the same and also kind criminality
yes
ono Gabi ne ko your candidate for jail ono Gabi no PDS scandal ono Gabi PDS scandal na I'm saying enye ye ro kudwato a anka mu san bo e GRA kro no
yes
also the lawyer for him a contractor criticize ye I'll say or no mo ba power mo be chi yira John Dramani Mahama and ye ba power mo ba power no ono no odi enum se sa sika na o say enye we na bind the car ye ntuama no or ye lawyer for Galamsey Professor Frimpong Galamsey ankrofo ye enye Gabi na ye say ofrefre ana Gabi ne ye hibiu nti eya mo mayenka ne be ma Ghana for we mo no it was just by circumstance in the era of 2016 na yera John Dramani Mahama SAC Ridge Hospital me chiba ko ye ne surgery e wo Ridge Hospital
okay
nti minya kwan dan de bia ye ko ho o si Ridge Hospital UGMC de ko ho asa wo Israel me kai pa se yera baomia ka se sika na yera John Dramani Mahama DC sa hospitals mienu we no
yeah
obetumi de senior ono kanu Dubai Medical City na me no kasa district hospital ba kokro mu ni bi
na Dubai Medical City no ground so yenya bi
oh na wo ni district hospital how the Dubai aden na obedi doctor ba me atama na pawi ono we ntimi ensi district hospital na Dubai de wako Dubai da on jai agro no kan enjai ti
what di agro
bi ka na woni ni so unim ayese ya ha no ya tete yen se penyi ya bone kra menka nti omo de omo age na yase menka penyi ya bone a nanso ukọ amaman a e wo se openyi ya bone a ye kana ya obeyi ano na anka obi ti se Dr. Baomia onko fa form
ka so titiri ya to so aba so mo be so me
ampa anka obi ti se Baomia onko fa krata so okoye MP
usa
nanka wakoye because the system will not allow you but ahano akoya say ya na ebusia asem emfa ho ene ya asem no NDC MPP a na ya boni nyina frame na se obi anti ase na akoye me asantini me nkrani me aigbeni nti eya na nyama ne nyina bubom
baboni be na Baomia di
boni Baomia di se ene ahokyere a abakrom eno a mete ho na me ye talk of sanitary pad and anka ye turn to CD 50%. That time no your lectures and ye none of here when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. When you tax a nation, you run into a cyclical downward spiral. Abrofakes yeah, untia meaning be any mono. Na 2 CD 50%. Kosia create back one. Now yema ye chema ye medical school na 12 CD and na 55 CDs. And no crowd wakoto no poultry farm.
She create back.
Be wo 60, 70, 80 depending on the size. Sanitary pad and 20. So what will now my 3 girls are and every month apart from a year no better sanitary pad 60 cedis.
Yeah.
And yeah no pure water na ye no na do no e campaign. No pure water na ye twane picture say no dey beto na wakocho ba na wakodidi. That time bag ni nya na ye tono 1 cedi 50%. And then we have 4 na beto pure water. Mun kita 2 cedi. Amun to minto 4 pieces because pack na kaya 10 cedis. Na me kanompo enanka ye bia edwumayɛfo aketua ya tumu a mbetumi ato ade we no kra na nyi na me no kasa for the first time Ghana for to kanea omo betua almost 22%. Matese nkrofo akeka 15% VAT enye 15% VAT yet almost 22%, 21.9%.
That's right.
Omo betua 2.5 get fund levy, 2.5 NHIL, 1% COVID levy, and sana wa betua 15%. We are calculation by nearbrofo friend the cascading effects no 21.9%.
Ninyina ba omi abone
As head of the economic management team. Ya won't sure and say, yeah, I buy way by a new taxes or the by a brew 26. Taxes are no say enye inti omo best sanono. And then oma extend the o calculate ya. In addition to ni ano mo say yera John Mahama and ya uye nya ye die yentimi home no mo di more than 50 taxes.
Na beto yen so.
And I beto yen so ayetia. Na nkrofo we ye nkrofo a omutimi bu man.
But attach your former works and housing minister say yentimi mfa so bone mobile me asa fi say no one year wonim no na woda otan crew emu. And I flip to the other side and so the enim I was when it and say me abra wodi nkunim say Frank Training no. Obekire say one of the adwen foforo na adwen no foforo no eno no de benante sabre ya wa beye Frank Training ama MPP ama yokoro. Does it not make a difference?
Agro bi na wo MPP fo ni so. E ya no mo ka say Ghana fo no. E bia say yente brofo atwi nso yente. E bia ye brofo no na enye nto mo ka brofo yente ase a yente twi. Enya ba omia no say Ghana card ya be ono na we Ghana card ni nyina so ono no ye ono na ye ni achievement sa meeting no call ye na asembe no kan ya ye dutu mu say ono no onye Ghana card eyi GPS Ghana Post ya ye ntimi nyusu a ye ko say 60 million cedis a ye sike nyina asay ene Ghana ni bi eni ho use Ghana Post ye nyina sa obe use a Google Map and obe frame esi ewo no junction mama direction obi use sa Ghana Post o say ono no ye nti sa meeting be no call ya ye man ne yes a Ghana Post nanso ne eba no economy na ede ahoto be breti mamfo no o say no de wankasa enyo no call Peace FM ko ka say eni say yen tax momo
ya momo to no ni say
na o tax momo a
ehiafo na de o be ko ahokyerem
na no ka no onim say no enyo no na no ye in charge of the economic management team anadien say o papa ewu no so wada wo na ekombedo say eba na say ade a mo anya kra o se maye ono na me se me compile Dr. Baomia nsem o kan ya eye ntro nkwa enya manifesto promises so nsem o kan ya eye ntro nkwa eye 21 ntro nkwa waka as vice president we will do this any of manifesto mu kra 21 me nkwa me compile me nwie bebi amedi akodu no me nya adaje amesa ato aso. Wow. The man has integrity deficit. And yes, sir. Aden President Mahama ono ofiti preoccupy no be president. So no a vice president.
Okay.
Until let's compare his record to your record. Because if you are saying, say, you were not given the leeway, and yet he was also not given the leeway. But with the little chance, what did he do? What did you do? MPP for nyachom. Name Trontino. And me de yana me hun say omenime guas. Esan se na do ne ba homia no mu dwom enum nti se onim se udi leader bi a odwa nenum echi a ene oka na mo so agye aboso afi oba ya wentimi ameye no I was say excuses when your friend of flimsy excuses we ejima of corporate organization and you say we don't measure by effort we measure by results.
That's right.
And yes na you say be proud them ha ebetimi ehun so kita prayer put me up and down say eba na on pray nso ye hu say unkwa wakobeye 5 times nti we don't measure by effort. What are the results?
Okay.
And them ne wo kasa no ye kru na say ahokyere aba no enye NDC fo nkwa na ahokyere no abom so enne usori a messages omo ana unim so omo fere so mu ntimi misaska kra e bisaska omo de fere na nchen because baby akom na koduru no enne youth omo formation omo ntimi didi 3 times a day utimi ni obi kasa young women ntino so be nko for frɛ me pese me ba no nyɛ te sɛ wo we school 4 years untimi nyɛ adwuma we school 3 years to de bia obo age kra kyerɛ ma no mu hu so no ba no nyina aka yɛ age mate so untimi nyɛ role model. We have a national security crisis on our hand. Na nia yehia eye unim se anka mo ba first term na mo ye investment. Anka almost second term no omo be repeat the benefit. Nanso first term no be kaya covid sika ba ya na wo se yentena sen dwen se sika ebebe ye ncheche ye bi da. Nti se sika ya ba ye de be obi a yetimi nya covid a etumi kum nkrofo. Etumi kum wan kasa wo appointees at the office of the president. Yetumi nya sa sika ni nyina wentimi ensi mu hospital baako. Wentimi ensi hospital baako kan kire se ye nya yare a ekum Ghana fo no. Ebia ye si Memorial Hospital to remind the country of our sufferings. Onibi. The ministers beje leave. Here are John Dramani Mahama hospitals. Na omokoji leave na omo da hospital. Omo joma home. Inti se anka Yera John Mahama mbeye president anka. Ye beye ne den.
And no question, but the question back on so amanfo bi say His Excellency John Mahama ka say ye da kware so ye nyina ye gitum. Na so oba be bodwa ama adwento ato akoso ebiebie nwuma mu di akere ye. Na wabra wo ye we nyina no ye nya abotre mana. Ebi mu susu ye nze ada what shall say ebebe memema excuse because wunim de oba be ya na Ghana Registered Nurses Association akabi omuso bo mpese ye be kono tise de na wo aba mu no ye no TUC Deputy Secretary General so aba bonten enso abekasa ofa asem ne say
mamenka se unim entro wo hwi spread fast nenso no kre eya na wo adamfo kra na wo ya de bone na wadamfo ne kache ono kre kwame dia oye nya misusu se enya ya ehona instantly na nya wode ya sa waka wanim ana ono oye wadamfo no na nke wo se onke bibia wakoma beto yim but echire no so wutie na wo koya ebia sometimes even years later na wa frɛ na wada na nse enya wo na waka asem we ya nka me de me ho kofa asem we Yera John Dramani Mahama so nim se wabeye o mampanyin da na wabeye o mampanyin da nso a ade baako a edikutne ewo ne qualities mu eye honesty na ye kasa no obi ntimi nse no bu enka se Yera John Dramani ba be mu no ka se obeye we wanye ana obi ntimi nka se Yera John Mahama be ka asem we ye kohwe ye no enye no kre te se ba o mi ono kasa ya ye fact check na ye se oboa oka bia ye ko fact check ya ye se oboa nti a leader or ye honest no on kasa keke emfa nje vote esan se ono no ona ne kasa ne bota ye ne se Ghana be ye to say crab behwe.
That's right.
Ghana be ye omanya ufa Africa na ye ma example la ye beka se monhwe na monye to say Ghana ene Rwanda na be ye sa esan se Rwanda omo Rwanda no moti ase se ye hia leader oni intro minua minyini ye kra no mihu Yera Donkufu aban every government no MJ Kufuor John Mills Yera John Dramani Nanado Obia enya nia ye kano honeymoon period.
That's right.
Honeymoon period nin say 1 year. Abai bae omo program ba kwa omo say no krampo no eye free SHS. They never started on 9th January. Na nienti a ye wo bibia ye wo ne say abai we omo mplane. Omo sorry a no mo di bibia bakeke no mo di abafem ebi ni e-levy o man plan say e-levy no ye beye ni sei ye di sika ni beye sei o mo di o mo sorry ya say ye di to bi ba muntua mo sane sika motorway ma muntua to bia nyama basa inti it is the result of all we are many Yera John Dramani Mahama na e wo volta e no kan asem
yes
na ye kwa me na me tro concerns na nkurɔfoɔ no pɛ sɛ yɛ capture ɛwɔ manifesto.
That's right.
Na assemblymen for by ɛbɛka sɛ Yera Dramani Mahama sɛ obetua allowance of 1,000 cedis a month to them. Now, in addition to allowance, omu hia car. Assemblyman bi also hia car.
Apart from allowance, you hia car.
Omu hia car.
Peso.
Teacher for by. Omu liste na aha na me pese men liste in some omu kan na me di achichi mu.
Right.
Teacher for ne say omu hia one. Rural allowance, risk allowance, scholarship packages for lecturers and administrators, full implementation of the NLC arbitration award, non-payment of book and research allowance for 2023 and 2020, non-payments of August salaries of College of Education workers, omuhia compensation for lecturers who have worked for more than 1 year. Omuhia 100% allowance as is being done for UTAG. Omuhia bungalows for lecturers, hostels for students, payment of non-feeding grants, and university teachers nso beke bi, NAT nso beke bi. Na Yera John Mahama ka say, bibi ti say rural allowance. What's in crying? Na uti baby a ewa to say ebia chai osudoku a eno no is it rural or not? Ana say uti baby ana ye won ho na ebia eho no ye original capital.
Yes.
Na ebia ofie wo 5 minutes away from home na would you be deemed as rural? Inti oba obeye ne efe ne stakeholder consultation so that they will set together with the teachers, no, and they define the moment. Say we a rural, we in rural, so that before we will give you the allowance, no, agree together with more labor, no. And so we will need a honeymoon period to do the consultations. We will need those periods. Of course, our kind of bonus.
That period here, a bra,
yes,
wajina home,
and you're home,
water.
Bisa so oda sa period no osaka say bebia economy ne wo no se say na economy na nye MPP for omo nka no kre obeka ya 2019 emra Yera to force mu no adongo ene sami jemfi mu ne nyina eka say aban twa ntro akere ye sikasem no omo ye nya bonu frɛ no below the line reporting. No mu di bi siesie no yesi o anya no kreda emra ye ko IMF.
Yes.
No mo ka kire yen se munim busi amudi no se ye ton mo japade nyina as Ghana na ye di tua kakra mo besa ade yenka, which means that our debt to GDP was over 104%.
Yeah.
Because IMF no untimi ntwa ntro wo ho eno ne ye ne se ye te bie nyina ase no. So no Yera John Dramani Mahama on Betantro. Within that period, he will make the books available to Ghanaians.
But you no krena ya de be the ye Ghana for the internet.
No krena.
Yes.
Na what ni ye na se. Because anka unhu say COVID beba. Anka all see ayaresabia bebre no. Say sa time na MPP for ni nyina ehu. MPP people they can't see beyond their nose. Beyond their nose they can't see. Omuntimi hu vision say in the next 2-3 years ye we a ebeboa inti se hu no kre na ankoka kire say because of the Ebola experience we need to invest in health anka wan tiase this will be yare anka ye ration ne kokolebu ye ka kire say mpa ne ho a woni ne ba UGMs na ana obeka say me madam for bi o ye MPP na ne maame kidney failure.
Yes.
Dialysis olebu tu mu no the ration emergency UGMC obedu na wa text me bi you people must do a documentary.
Wow. Because
I didn't know this was UGMC. Nsankanya Yera John Dramani Mahama ankane maame fi mu ono we wie school kita ne degree but no onim say UGMC to say nti eya na the vision of a leader will take time to be understood by the followers. But Yera John Mahama, onye nyachom, onye obi otwantro, say mepe mu vote intino. Because unim, the biggest investment in the energy sector, Yera John Raman in the buy, and me adum so see.
That's right.
Don't go back to me the pastors are quite to say Yera ku 4 years. Then so yes, he came in a Dwabo gas plant, and then oh canea a Dwabo gas plant in tia. One fast cannot uncle Shannon pass you, or the Shannon pass uncle who. Then so this year Dwabo gas plant, MPP for Moon Sibi. Near Omuhiana say obi pekano kra, or ye hiano crano, ye hiana cra, Gana for into Muma ye nin say. Na ye who say ye nya leaders or my dad dienda.
Now when you MPP for Nekasa,
One Munekasa,
cannot register
Mamma can show
association. And a TUC.
so in some what torn so. Over 3 union leaders,
Yes.
frame say MPP far from said they should make releases.
Oh, sir.
And I me explain it sure must say ye call ye no ye say ne see
Wow.
into man ye releases number taichi. Men can say we mono ye MPP for no munye MPP for. But I'm trying to tell you say Ghana fwe ni ate. Ghana fwe who says na na ye mfe mumai. Ghana fwe nim say ye rakufo ba ye no. Onya space. Eya na obekaya every government ombeka say first 100 days.
Yeah.
First 100 days.
Even
Why?
US.
Because we use that to ascertain the state. Na ukosa ho yare a unim yare na o sorry na wo no medru. E was say unya test. Na won hwese me yare no. E yare a me no para e be kwa na nti na wo hospital a ye bisa wo say de na ye wa ye se ko ye test bra. E san say doctor no dwen say wuti na pai o keke. No ma o para na ye malaria ukufi obekwa akowu. Nti wo ye test ne ba esi o ti pa o nanso ye hwe na ye malaria nti na ya ma o malaria duro nti aban bia obeka se me de me ba ya ye swear me in on 7th and ye 8th mashase no your aban ya on kan kre
but want to pressure yes could it not be as a result of ya ACC neighbor Ghana for nyina pentem say ye be hu nsakaye
metiase eno na me tire mu a church wo say ye call ye no na demands ne dawson na se o yare ye bebra untumi nse bi NJB na resources nso ye limited me nua make kasa no ene edru baby na nia broni ka na ye import cover e wo bi oji na ndu 2 weeks se ya nhwe ne yi a ye ntumi import nyama e makro me komo bede yen sa de no media for ye ti omoka nso kona akwa say enya na ye topic na ma ye nka and then me no kasa no we are faced with another doom so adenti Yera John Mahama esla o de ba ye say yemfenti aka no na nado de akobonse ho age ho sika asai sika no haircut na ka omo to esla bonds yate omo sika bi inti krona say ye ko bebi a obi ahia kwan papa ye ko bebi a obi ase ohia nursing training ye ko bebi obi ase ohia yaresabia nya obeye na wenwie no ye jesi ho ye ko bebi a ye se ye ko eyi go so hene ho krade o se ono ne bosu nyina edwane because akwan that's inti everywhere in the country the demands are legitimate. Every labor union, the demands are legitimate. Nenso meneo kasano, this government has destroyed the economy. Inti ansana in economics, so be why economics papa no. Nye Dr. Bawumia adi ni papa no bi no. Ebe culture will say the human needs are insatiable. Inti to make sure that you satisfy the need, you do what we call scale of preference. It's all about ranking. Ahano near hina ye di kind the mama me no kasa man bo allowance ka me bo allowance by 35 me what raw data na ma capture data no allowances are they were asking across the region every labor until when you come you need that space to streamline things.
It's better than 24-hour economy na ye adwuma say we na mo ba beto a
24-hour economy no say oye emebunu na wutie me a me si so na do baby na me nye adwuma edu baby nso me start adwuma intimate say metiasia se unni adwuma a unni adwuma na osore ka udware a ase o se samna isan se wo kɔ he na udware na pa bia na samna asa. It is the right thing to do, but the frustration is high.
Yeah.
Into 24-hour economy no yaka say government is the biggest spender. So ade a woton bia media buying advert and they are the biggest.
That's right.
Than any private.
Okay.
Until we are going to create the enabling environment for organizations to employ. How will we do it? The also untimi 24-hour economy. Na untimi ma emebunu ejuma abanye no unya business. Obi a ode no ho asi ho se ode 24-hour economy be ye ejuma obe je nkrofo no. Yekoto pano a na yakoto wono ho. Se ne ye be ya ni demand no be kosoro. No no nso ntimi age nkrofo onimye nti hwe e na wokokotoka terminal bia. Udu ho a makola kra anya busy sa.
Wow.
Eto de bia na eto de bi kra na ase utu kwan ase o mabako wo beba nanso ase obi a okono mabak adenti amamai no mokokɔ no omunye adwuma 8 to 5 nti se onu kojokɔ no timi be fa ne nwia ya oye adwuma wo big factory oye kɔ spim 4 na ne nwia ya no nso akɔ no cry obi man so aden na yan man so no yentimi nye bi 24-hour economy no enya just campaign slogan no yet the economic transformation for Ghana. It's say every year me metia me obey TV masters me class omo ameni omo na classes dodo na anya adwuma nso wo master's degree obi kra de obey 4 enya se ode ye bibi o so onye adwuma ntia na every year o ko school inti yedi enyuma eba. Can you imagine say the existing work impo na ya double capacity by 2 impo omo ye bankers then omo ye 4,000 in the system na because of 24-hour economy mo be 8,000 double impo. It means that 4,000 of unemployed graduates would have been absorbed by reason of this the policy.
Yeah.
Before say because of the rippling effects in the crano and the fact that now people have purchasing power into the economy will be expanded. Into between Obia Ase bank na nanado ebegu ye no. Ni aka na kra me be double capacity. Ni ogu bank. Why na ye hwe no? Omo ana omo ye adwuma wo bank ratchefo no omo hwe omo maame no ene omo tifie ebi ye church drivers ebi ye say wo that knowledge. And the industry, me baby I'm de bia me fakbom.
That's right.
Na traffic bar, ye far the free zone enclave. Now far the free zone enclave. Now who the industry set up. Now who the number of young people, forklifters, be engineers, be whatever. Now who the way they have been employed. Anka NDC anfa free zones and ma. Anka nkrofo we nyina atifie.
Okay.
And the free zones is one of the biggest employers in the manufacturing sector. Inti partia waiting ya free zones. Partia or de in Sheshaya bar GIPC. And the GIPC 9PP for the war who conceived the vision. NDC. It is a party to me GIPC vision. Foreign direct investment. Nancy Omodi on report by almost say the investment is declining because people don't have confidence in Nanado. Party or the free zones buy so unum kind of blue star.
That's right.
Blue sky.
That's a free advert.
It is the evidence of the free zones and the number of people it is employing. At least enona ebiana etie for be hu e wo system no. Nti aban a wetimi aye san hwehwe da. Na ye koye nim no na emre sesa. Ene the greatest threat research ayaye nyina akere say unemployment is number 1. Na unemployment no kai wo mu mienu ye wo ba ko bi e fe ne underemployed. Se uye adwuma nenso waketi a ye de ma wo no sua.
Juba bia.
Enu bebia ntimi fa wonko fie ye say take home but I can't take you home no. And also ye another leg. Nti se party bi say me bad in hwehwe ba na ya kick started this process. Ene What no be ma 50,000 you bought 4 pay. You can one show be where we are. Untimi fanko bank.
Yeah.
Inti beyond the economic transformation is the psychological stability and the hope it professes for the many young people.
Another bat in here, another bat what
Bisa bat ni nyina.
Bat ni nyina. Another bat won church money any that tax incentives na aye mu nyina so a mo de ba beboa ama 24-hour economy no aye adwuma. For an economy atete apansama ye ni sika ye da akwawe so. Obema tax incentives. Na no be na abo economy no.
I mean sure.
Right.
Okay, Nanado ni in-law or hotel be a friend Pullman Hotel. Oman a tax incentive almost more than 700 million cedis.
Yes.
Now ono the young Ghana for tax incentive akoma na warrior soa. And then I hear John Dramani Mahama say or the sad tax incentive no be ma Ghana for mu we juma o mu fe mie mu no. And on the
the point in says sabri ni sika na
ye ni sika no ye nya wo he na ye de man na do na sew.
We mo be pay free.
The tax incentive is not you taking money and giving it out.
Okay.
The tax incentive means say anka sika the auto adie nanka ebi ne say de VAT ato electricity hu. Yera John Romani Mahama says ha VAT no. Na wo ye say nti ye wo ne friend smart meters. The uye juma enumere a consumption is very low. What they compare because me NDC focus here AGI na me ka ho bi. Almost say omo ye juma wa Ghana omo companies ne factory no. Ade ba ko a e ho omo pa nti a omo nyama bo eye den eye electricity bills.
Yes.
Nti said anka ye this smart metering mbeba na ebe reduce consumption they would expand. Unim Rua ye importi bibia importi toothpick. Chale what ya bi dware kra ya importi. Enyi ya maboy ye importi. Na ye say ye betimi aye we na mama o tax incentive. Na nka wo de won so wato wo de wo kroma ye say oh aden. John Mahama on fa man na ase.
But my point is sika bia ye be ba ban ne ho no. E na e be bom no.
Na orefi say wo gi ejumayefo a omutua tax.
Yes.
And already,
I mean,
into the same way, it is give and take.
Okay.
That is the smartness of it. Because me tell you, my salary, me tax. Nanka minye jumana mitifia sa tax na ba mbenya wo he. So, ye be more be because you see beyond the money no. The nkrofo ni nyi ejuma eno na aban be ba da dom so mo ye napko. Na ya fa sa aska no. Nti sa aska no the more mo tax incentive. Na nkrofo it minya permanent and sustainable job and then the underlining word sustainable and juma and okwa o boss show enim na ne bufu a so nim kofie and now a month we are member bio member say me hu wa ha and me kwete ya ka o ya NDC ni member and yes say juma ni bi ya ma sustainable jobs a decent job because the young people of this country they don't need much they just need the sustainable omo was habo trend say they will grow and climb the ladder. And the 24-hour economy no, is the right policy. Memo be under that. Because for me, I look forward to seeing the 24-hour economy than anything in the NDC administration. Because me a young person, me boys, Twitter boys, Facebook boys, me don't know me feeling sister. And see, I flow with them.
That's right.
And see, I understand the plight of young people. Sometimes I'll be first class. And so we are creating a system to cure that. Memo beyond for politics. Any in semuhunune in sema and who here and bedadao. It's say we have been in this country and I catch her and say Yenria Quine. And the number of people dying on our roads have increased. A buying V8 into moon. Yet the crewman I catch her and say petrol board do. And they say yes, my anchor. No, my idea can say yeah, 60 cedis ne a tree.
Spare parts, work
spare parts. They say about so fine. They say your ma okwa about so can be friends of John Mahama because in nada you catch them say ye bar, ye be mamu say ye be mamu tax waivers, and then they have imposed more 50 tax.
Yeah,
and these are people that in say ye more mo quine. In the next face of our nation. We are NDC new. We are NDC new. We are Ghana, whether you are even 18 or not. You have one collective responsibility to make sure that the NPP leaves.
Final one, Azana, all the was me Katwaba. Free SHS in Sensemi, baby, I have drew. Say, a debate in a say, Mahama can't say, will review no. You need the Abaya Council or patches of the Tram. Almost the Abana say, and your review. Are you being improved?
Yeah, I may have more selected topics and I'm selecting the papa. Inti, as I'm going to come up as I'm in Cassa. Me, education minister.
Yes.
I had the pain of listening to him. And I'm saying, I do true now or more high pain and then 1 year. Because I had to restrain myself from writing something on social media. Is this the same as YouTube? As I'm no canocrano. Inti when no education minister, mama I'm sorry. Or no only no kind or say review does not mean cancel. But here I John Mahama and Kwan Kadia, it means cancel. It's say Okawa City. Bernard Avle said the IMF has also said we should review.
Yeah.
Does it mean cancel? Or see, that's why it doesn't mean cancel, but in the topic we now discuss.
No, I mean
we have
said about our for Benya as in what I say. No, but
Mamma church me but church men show. I will for the Debbie many minutes and mammy, I will for many I will for Kasa. Say Obi e Ghana.
Yes.
Why yet investment in education than any government in the Fourth Republic?
Yeah.
NDC are buying.
Okay.
NDC are buying by we eliminated over 1,600 schools under trees. We increased primary to secondary enrollment by over 1.6 million. Tertiary education by over 126,000 by the time the NDC was exiting power. In fact, OSHA UNESCO threshold also do not spend below 5% of your GDP on education. President Mahama's West was about 4% of GDP. This government, despite the free SHS, has not been able to even meet President Mahama's West. This debate, I've challenged them several times. And that day, I wanted to call in and speak to the education minister because he was peddling a lot of falsehood.
Yes.
He said, Obi ewo education. Education is the key to the next generation and the future of the country. You are John Dramani, ma'am. Papa na OC 200 secondary schools to absorb or more that form. Papa now all expanded facilities in the secondary schools and the young colonial school munidi form. Papa now or decentralize feeding so that the kids will not be eating gari and palm oil in school. Cannot be the one to cancel free education.
I think you don't want that suspicion, you know.
A campaign. Omunim say you can't say tra. You was surrogate in the media. All we have to do is to go to the villages and say President Mahama will cancel it. President Mahama say, and yes, sir, what would that? And now, oh, ye guardian, now, sha, oh, what's ma? Na say Mahama, na baby, I call Biano. Teachers are calling for review because I must say leave from Munyebi because of the double track.
Wow.
Na say teacher uncle leave. Dear no bet me a chan kola na tiase. Me no kasa 4 years. Primary education, omu need textbook. That is the kind of transformation President Mahama, because here na increase textbook ratio from 1 child or 4 children to 1 textbook, and we reverse it to 4 textbooks to 1 child. That is our record in the education sector. And preparatory school.
Yeah.
When the educational system is good, you will see the output. I always say, so mom, we are A level, O level. Looks like the educational system was very good because sometimes me call this system.
That's right.
And so when the education is good, you see the rippling effect. Mema obi infa amanyosem. Emese wo badachi. Esanse wonso wo ba ene me ye me mama.
Yeah.
The kwa me ho chiro na me mama ho chiro na. Me de san be mama e bi ka na me de ama wo. Nti mumu madachi. Mumu nia no modachi. Mu nana no modachi nti no. the moment the education ye amanyosema ebe hayen.
But last question. I mean, say omode eba say ye be kwan yama kwan. Awofo mutimi di sika ebe tie free SHS next year. Say improvement and can review kwan so bia.
Improvement in review different when they what is the essence? The essence of review is to improve. Nanso omo boss John Mahama kasem. Unsa John Mahama so they were no or dictated the pace. Ono ka say make yes we say we una MPP for akoye. It's the boss kasa ya or use to review no. Eni say MPP ni be use. So also on use different word. Enya sa na logically, semantically, metaphorically, whichever way. What is the difference between review and improve? You review to improve. You review to improve.
Right.
Who obia or say adienye ye review or review and not I say monkra. Let's be honest for once in our politics. MY amanyosema uko USA obi it's me a judge, me a NDC, me MPP, and a Democrat and a Republican. Then so a banner say Ghana sem ye suku asem ye the NDC ni MPP tune change. And kwalane bre. The system itself is not producing the best. Now, say university lecturers can say university they are having problems. Ye be crazy because some of them are getting as low as 1.5 GPA. Now, in times, you see, just say be a special need, and today is becoming the norm. Let's put politics aside. Monfa amanyo sema MPP 4% yenye a fee. No credit the why as my can't not your man who say you should review it, you MPP. Because a review, I mean, you have a Kobe. Or no, so your MPP in your Kobe is the same system. Plus, not to what a MPP near a boy. So if you will not review, and somebody says you will review, the least you can do is to keep quiet.
Very well. Lawyer Beatrice Annan, Pedro Asepa, no bra when your mind no pay. Baby, I'm a shovel. I was your Hardy and the Freaky Funky Fantastic Friday edition of Power Mid Morning. I'm Quansra. Bajimania Power near Wabessia. Midiana Kwame Kebesa Shebu Kaisa no me no more. Mugabe Master the inside politics. Ebebremo. Prem Trakasia Bonson Nam Quansra Eba. Mefidian na ya. Yeba.